Hey guys, good afternoon. Hope you can hear me and you can see my screen. Let's go. Hey Vic, how are you doing? Okay, this is a pretty long pause. Can anybody hear me? Just to be sure. Okay, thank you, Vic. That's more than I expected. That's a really, really long pause. But by the time you hear this, I'm moving on. Okay, thanks. Vic, give me a heads up when you're ready to go. We'll look at that just now. Just let's make sure everybody's in and we're ready to go. Then we'll start. Hope all of you guys are doing great. Hope you make money this week. This week has been amazing. And if you use the method we use, you definitely made money. Okay, good afternoon, traders. Once again, we're ready. Let's go. So somebody won the Nasdaq making expanding flat. I'm not sure. Let me see what you're looking at. Expanding flat for where? I don't see any expanding flat as yet. I literally see this. We haven't broken that up, so nothing is expanding. By rule, if you're looking for an expansion, you're looking for the break of the top of the first impulse, right? And then come back down. So unless we break that top, we're not expanding anywhere. We're literally in this. So if this goes and break the top there and then come back here, then we have an expansion. Now, can it come down from here to this place? Yes, if it comes there, we're going to be looking at it like this. Literally, you have a 1, 2, 3. You have 1, 2, 3. You have 1, 2, 3, and then we should go up. So there's a down move and then the upside. Let me change color from this to yellow. Yes, and got you there. Okay, so let's start. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna start with dollar and guess. Since today is Friday, it's the last session. I hope all of you guys enjoy it. If you're gonna allow me to plug my group in for 1 minute, I will do that, right? Because it's the last one and there is a lot of questions. There's been a lot of you. I mean, a remarkable large number of people have been asking me about the group and about the installment program and about what I'm saying about you getting 2 months. What does that mean? Right? So let me explain to you very quick. I think since it's the last video, I'll show the group again so that everybody will have a comprehensive understanding of what we're talking about. So this is what we're talking about. This is our group. The group is an workplace. 1 second. What is that? Something else open. Give me 1 second. Let me just set it back again. Yes, I'm back again normal. So we're in workplace. This is our group on workplace. You have all the groups set here that you can look at. All the people, all the groups, and everything is here. This is what you get everything. In general, there's about 500 people in the group. From the time this group was created, this group, before that we were in Slack and there were thousands of people. People come and go and they learn and they leave. That's normal. Although they have lifetime access, not everybody stays here for a lifetime, right? It's different how people come and how they go and how they stay. Some people leave, they come back after a year. One guy, we brought him back today with Victor. The guy came back after 5 years. Now that is what you call lifetime. That's what you call true lifetime access. He joined in 17, he left in 18. He went and he studied, then he moved from that country to another country, and then he did a whole lot of stuff. I spoke to him today, and now he's back in the group. Right? A lot of stuff happened, COVID and all of that happened, and you're aware of what happened, right? And now he decided he's back on his foot and he's going back to trading. Pretty young guy, and he wants to get back into trading, and now he's going to go back into trading. Great. From Europe, by the way. So this is why we give you lifetime access. We know life happens. People get into tough position and you can't continue. Now we do not charge you per month to stay here unless you're paying for the $4 a month for the platform. That is that workplace platform I show you there. It doesn't go to me, it goes to Mark Zuckerberg. He collects that for the usage of his platform, basically. I pay for everything else. And if you're in the group and you can't afford to pay that $4 a month, don't worry, we cover it for you. Most of the traders, kick in an extra piece of $10, $15, $20 to cover for somebody else. So it's a very good group in that sense. You're not going to punish if you can't afford it. Since everybody makes money, it's okay to do it. Right? That is the group. That's the core group. That's when you take the full course, you go into there, you get access to everything that is there, that exists there. I mean everything. That group is non-stop, 24 hours working. People come in there on Sundays and they do work, and some people Friday afternoon very late. They're there. Saturdays I rarely see people in, but sometimes if you want to learn, you can go in the trading room and start. You get 3-4 people with you. You can do practice if you want. If you're pretty new, you can ask people, hey, who's available? I want to do some practice in a chart. And they will be there with you. Literally. When I want to do the webinars on Saturday, I can go in the group and say, hey guys, I'm going to be recording the daily webinar. Who wants to join me? People join me. Right? It's available. You can use it as much as you want. It's open to everyone. Once you're in the group, you get access to all the live sessions we do. The live sessions are exactly like this, except with more details. Right? So if you think you're getting detailed explanations here, wait until you get into the group. More details, explanations, more questions are asked, more up-to-the-date information as to what you should do with your trade, if you're in any trade. Basically, that's it. That's what we do in there. We trade, we make money, we discuss, we create groups for new strategies. We do one-on-one. I do one-on-one with a lot of traders who are struggling. We have rules. If you're 20% done, give me a call. Let's start doing one-on-one. So we make sure that you don't lose your account. Because traders for different reasons, all of us are here the same week. This week I did excellent. You saw my trades. You don't need me to tell you. I told you which trades I took, which one I didn't take. Some traders did better than me. Some traders did worse than me. Some of you didn't make money this week, and that's normal. Some of you are going to lose money this week. Although it was an excellent week with good winning trades, some of you lost money. If you're honest to yourself, some of you lost money. That is normal. We get that in our group every single week. Where 60% of the traders make money, 20% break even, and a few didn't trade and a few lost. It simply depends on what instrument you're trading at any given time. Right? Some of our traders trade only gold, some trade only oil, some trades only cryptos. So at any given point in time, your account is going to look different from the other traders. So we always say, if you're having a problem, call us. We have a lot of senior traders who are going to help you, including myself. I do one-on-one with traders. Basically, that's what we do in the group. If you're a full-time member, you get access to all of that for free once you take the course. Now, there are a lot of traders who said, I can't afford to pay for your course. I don't think it's expensive. They don't think it's expensive. They just don't have the cash at this present moment. And before, we never used to allow those people to be in the group because I wanted to filter the amount of people who can be in the group by saying, these are serious traders. They have good capital and they're going to be trading with me. Right? That was the whole purpose of setting it up like the way we set it up. If it was about making money, you'll be paying for everything you get in the group. I've been in one of such groups. I paid $200 a month to stay in the group. $200 a month. I didn't stay there very long. I think you realize that pretty much people leave. If you're successful traders, you leave. If you're a struggling trader, you have no money to pay. And his point was exactly that. He didn't want to keep people around too long because the successful traders would be asking too many questions and the struggling traders would have nothing to do. They'll be complaining. So his job is to get you in and get you out as fast as he possibly can. My job is to keep you here as long as possible. And the more successful you are, the better is it. We want you here. We have very successful traders because they help run the room. They help go in the trading room and help the other struggling traders who are not making money. They literally do that. So if you're a struggling trader, you can come, hey guys, I'm having a problem with this. Can somebody join me in the trading room? You go there. There are people who will be joining you in the trading room and help you discuss and look at what you're doing. Every now and then we do what we call not test groups. We do what we call like senior groups. We create a senior group with all the winning traders and we said all the struggling traders who need help, just send me a message and we connect you. We connect them for one-on-one training. Not training, but one-on-one help. The training is what I do. Right, one-on-one help to make sure that you're following the rules, you're not breaking the rules, you're actually doing exactly what you should do, and you're learning. So you will break the rules, you'll make mistakes, you'll do all of that stuff. So all of that is what you get. We take you from wherever you are and try to make you a better trader, try to make you a successful trader, and we have done that with many successful traders. You want to know, you don't need to ask me for the proof. Google wave analysis. Everything that pops up under wave analysis were in my group. Regardless of whether they tell you that or not, they at least bought the course the minimum, because we had people who bought the course and we never saw them. I literally, when I started doing this, or a couple of years into it, traders just bought the course and they disappeared. We couldn't get them because the name they used to buy the course was definitely fictitious. They just wanted the course to, to look at it and do whatever they were already doing, just to enhance what they were doing. And that's okay. If they don't want to be in the group, they just want the knowledge, why not? I had nothing against it. They take it to use it for however they want to use it. And there are a lot of traders who are still in the group because they're not capable of making the analysis independent of themselves, but they would listen to what I do and then go and create their own one on YouTube and make you believe that that's theirs. That's okay. That's also not bad. That's a way of learning. You go to school, but while you're still in school, you don't try to teach, right? You try to learn and then you finish school and then you learn. Well, they are trying to be in school and teach. That's okay. We know of such does, but we don't allow it. It's not allowed. So when they do get, and if you know it's not allowed, you shouldn't do it. But there are people who do it. All of that stuff we're aware of, but it's all about knowledge and sharing the knowledge. The knowledge is free. That's why I'm here today. It's free. You're not paying me for my time and you're not paying me for the knowledge. But when you get in the course, you pay me for my time in the course. And after that, be my guest. You have all my time for free. Everything else is for free. You just wouldn't be able to afford to pay for all of that. So we're giving you an offer for those of you who are struggling. Those who can afford to pay, they're joining. Those who are struggling and don't have the capital to pay, we're giving you a choice. You may want to still decide if what we're doing is worth it. And that's a normal thing. You should do that with it anywhere before you buy any course. You should say, hey, I would like to join you for a while and see what you're doing. Maybe it's not working for me. Maybe it's not what you said it is. 1 week is not enough for you to make that decision, right? So what you're going to do here is you have the possibility to join us for a symbolic $100, which will go towards paying for the course, your course, and you will have 2 months access. This offer ends at the end of this month. So if you join during this month, I'm not pressuring you, so I'm giving you a lot of time, 2 weeks to make that decision. But if you join during this month, you will get 2 months access. And that 2 months will allow you to what? To make some money to pay for the next month. You're not paying for the month, pay towards your course, right? Or that money will also allow you to, build your account a little. Because in 2 months you will make money. Or if you don't make money, you will see why you don't make money, what you're doing wrong. It will give you the ability to say, oh, I really need this course. Because there were people who came in the group and they did not make money because they realized what they're doing wrong and what's wrong with their trading and where they're not grabbing the concept. And then they came to me and said, hey, look, that is way above my head what you guys are doing, but I get it. I see why you're making money. I really want to learn that stuff. Give me some time to pay, and they take whatever time they want. One guy left for a whole year. He paid for 3 months. He left. I thought he's gone. 1 year after he came back, he said, I'm back now. I'm like, what? What happened? And he said, well, I couldn't catch up with you guys, so I decided to get the money and then come back. And he got money, he came back, he paid, he's in the group for a couple of years now. And now he got the course, he's doing everything, he's doing well. Because he couldn't catch up, he couldn't take the same trades we are taking. He sees us take the trade, but he couldn't do it. He's just not able to do it. It's that simple. He doesn't have the knowledge base to say, I will take this trade and then I'll manage it. There's a fear factor, there's a factor of the unknown where when you don't know what to do and you're all by yourself, because we're not there 24/7, we're there 5 sessions a day. And what if you're in a trade at the end of the session, what happens? And that used to be very scary. But some traders write me in the middle of the night, and if I don't answer, they really get upset, right? By now, most of my traders got used to that. But new traders, when they come, they'll write you, right? It's in the middle of their day. They're trading in the middle of the New York session. I'm about to sleep. At the end of the New York session, they'll send a message, hey, I'm in this trade, what should I do? Well, by then, I'm pretty much asleep. And then 2-3 hours after, you'll see a question mark, and they'll say, you're not answering me. And then, next morning, I'll wake up and say, yeah, good morning to you. I sleep too, right? So I can't answer you 24/7 because I do sleep. But I try to answer everyone because I know how traders struggle. So thank you for your few minutes to plug the group. That is it. You'll make your decision. Now let's go on and trade. Let's make money. I'm in one trade. I can start with that. Every day we start with trades I'm in and what the cat Swiss. I got tagged in this. You can see it. We will manage this trade. I'll show you how we manage it. Remember, the first little pullback is not your problem. You always will get tagged and get pulled back. Don't try to do what some traders do. Some traders say, well, I always wait for the pullback before I get in the trade. So I'm like, okay, which pullback you normally wait for? And where do you get in the trade? Let's say you wanted to sell this. I would say to you, put an entry under the low. Which pullback you would wait for before you get this trade? Okay, I would say put an entry under this one. Would you wait for this pullback before you put the entry here, or would you put the entry there? So the idea that you're waiting for a pullback before you get in, it's nice, but it doesn't happen every time. Let's go with the buy setup. Let's say I say put an entry here. And you would say, well, I'll wait for this to pull back and then I put the entry here. Okay, fair enough. You can do that. But then what happens there now? The trade ends here. This would have been my profit. And this is your profit. Because the trade literally ends there. That's where you'll close the trade. Sometimes it worked perfect. Sometimes you'll get a little pullback and then you'll say, I'll go in. When it makes a little pullback, then I go in. It's not ideal. Either of those strategies are not ideal. What is ideal is how you manage the trade. How am I going? What is perfect is how I'm going to manage that trade. That is what is perfect. You can get close to perfection on how you manage your trades. You can get close to perfection in what the market is going to do. Right? You can do your analysis. You might be as good as me in analysis. And I would always quote that, as good as me in analysis, because I'm pretty good at it. I don't think there's a second to that in doing the analysis and wave analysis the way I used it. I'm pretty good at it. You've been here the week, you can see that. Forget about trading. The analysis I'm telling you about, there is no second to me in this wave analysis thing. The depth of it is what I get. But that's not trading, that's the analysis, right? When you get into trade, the second most important thing you will learn is trade management. Because if you don't do good trade management, any trade you take will get you in trouble. Even the ones that go very fast. You might not know what to do with them. Here's a good example. I'm not just saying things, I'm telling you things that are in depth. This is a good one. This is a wonderful trade. Actually, the trade you got in the trade here, right? That was where you got in the trade when I make the call. This was my entry, that was your entry. Most traders will come out of that trade with no profit. With zero profit or very little profit, because when you see this start pulling back against you, and you have to listen. I want you to listen to me and tell me if this never happened to you. It moved this much. You're pretty happy. That's a wonderful trade. We're expecting it to go lower. We're all expecting it to go lower. So I expect it to go lower. You expect it to go lower. I think you're going to think, well, I'm not going to take profit here. And then you see this big reversal here. And now you're thinking, oh my God, I just had all of this. And now I only have this. What should I do? You know what? I'm going to wait a little more. So you wait to see the one red candle comes here and you're like, okay, this is great. I love this. This is coming down now. And then it stops and it goes back a little and you're like, oh, thank God. It didn't break. And then it come down back. You see that became a wick because it came down back. At one point in time, this thing was a little red here. And you're like, thank God it's going. And then you see this big one and now panic comes in because now you only have this much because all this is already lost. And your brain is set in such a way, it works in such a way, it's not going to allow you to click it out. Because you're living in the hope, well, it's going to come back a little, right? It has to correct. You know it has to correct. You heard me say it has to correct. You heard a lot of people say that. So you're like, oh my, this thing has to correct. I'm going to wait. And then the next one open. And this thing, then by the time this one open, your heart is racing. You're in panic mode. You're everything. You're watching. It's coming back. Oh my God, it's eating out all my profit. Damn, I don't know what to do. Click out. Why you click it? Because you think this next candle is going to go there. That's your management. Your management has become a panic mode. And you click that out and you watch it go. And then you watch it drop. Then you watch it drop. And the worst thing some traders can do when this drop is they start selling it back. And then when it stays here, they go into a little more panic mode. And now they're upside down on that trade again. Because they have no idea what the chart is doing. All of this is just a bunch of confusion to them. Total confusion. And I would get a message. What should I do with this trade? I'm upside down again on the trade. I'm like, dude, don't do that. Right? I'll probably help them how to get out of the trade, and I said, don't do that again. Because first thing you have to do is have an idea how it can move and what it can move. Now, I was in this trade for you guys. And I specifically pick some trades that are going to go bad and some that are going to go good and some that I will stay in and some because I wanted you guys for this week to have a very clear vision of all the possibilities of what can happen in a trade. You remember I closed the Euro New Zealand, but I didn't close this one. Because I wanted you to see that what if you were in the trade and you didn't close it? How can you maximize your profit from that? So I came in this morning and told you step by step, candle by candle, where exactly I will close it and what I will do. And I actually closed it in the room in front of all of you. I said when it breaks this low, I'm going to close it. Now that's not magic. That's knowledge. And that's why I'm so good at this. It's knowledge, understanding what this chart is going to do, step by step. And if it didn't do that, I would have showed you what I was next going to do. I think I told you what I was next. I told you once it breaks this top here, if this goes break that top, it will pull back, but it will not break the low anymore. And in that pullback, I'll close the trade because that would have created a different pattern. See? And that's the power of knowledge. That is when you get that knowledge, when I transfer that knowledge to you and I give you enough time to practice it here with me, and you get that knowledge, you can take that knowledge and trade for the rest of your life very freely. You don't even need me. And a lot of the traders who are independent are not in the group now because they don't need the group and they don't need me, and that's okay. Not everybody wants to be in the group all the time. If they feel struggling, if they find that in their trading while they're doing well, at some point they hit a wall and they're struggling, they come right back into the group. Or they will send me a message. We'll have a chat, we'll look at what they're doing, and then they'll continue doing what they're doing. There's a number of traders who have completed this course and are working with hedge funds. We know that to be a fact because they've all wrote and told us. And one of them right now in Dubai is working with a hedge fund. As a matter of fact, he's still in the group helping a lot of traders, giving them finance if they're doing well. And he's going to finance a lot of accounts in the group. So our group is doing amazing. You have to decide if you want to join it. See? Let's see. What this is going to do now, we're going to expect it to go back, break the top. Some of my traders are very aggressive, like Victor. They're already in the buy. Right, Victor? Victor just allowed it to break the low. Not only did he exit his trade, he actually is in the buy to the upside, which is good. Nothing is wrong with that. I told you guys I might have taken it as well. We're looking for this one to come and break this top. Now, the reason they're taking it is not because it's coming to break this top, but because there's a high probability that that could be the point from where it goes back up, right? This could be the running flat. I think I told you guys that. That could be the running flat, and this thing might take off like a rocket. Now, we have news today. Do we have news today? 4:30, yes. We have US news in just about 15 minutes. So I'm going to set up the charts for our traders. Yeah, he's in the buy. That's what I'm telling you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the chart for our traders. You guys can set your trades if you want to trade, and then we're going to go from there, right? Let me set up all the thing. All your questions I will take. Every single question you guys have, just keep it. I will take all the questions at the end of this one, right? Absolutely all the questions. Today's Friday. I have nowhere to go to in a rush. We're going to answer all your questions. Let's go. Let's go trade. Dollar index. Dollar index downside. So if we're going to take any trade on the dollar index today, now we will go for a sell setup. Now, we broke the low. I explained that already. So this trade is a high risk, but it's a good trade. It's pretty high risk. Silver. It's crawling up. Some of you might have been tagged on the silver already. If you are, I hope you closed it. One thing you should have known, I think it's my fault I didn't tell you that. I should have told you that. If you're going to be tagged there when it's close to the news, take it off. And if you were aggressive enough, your entry should have been here, above the last impulse on the 15, right? See these small flags here? That's where your interest should be. But if you got tagged here, this is pulling back, close the trade. Take a very small loss, close the trade before the news. You don't want to be in that trade before the news. Because if I'm wrong about that dollar going down and the dollar goes up, this goes straight down. Now, we're not selling this as yet. Although we broke the top, that's a good sell setup by the way. We might use it as a counter trade. I'll take this off. My traders, we can use this as a counter. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a sell in silver. I still think silver is going to go up, but for my traders, use silver as your counter trade. So I'm going to put silver as a sell. Gold, buy setup. Absolutely. Put a buy setup on gold. You'll have to decide where you want to put that entry. I don't like the idea here, but that's a better one than this one. That's a safe one. So you will decide where and how you take the trade, right? Depending on your brokerage and your slippage and widening of the spreads and all of that stuff. I think that's a flat for upside. So I do think this one might go up. If everybody keep your thing, I'll answer to you, or Vic will help you because I'm looking at the screen right now. I'm not reading the chat. This is definitely upside. Euro dollar upside. We can come. I think this should be safe enough. That is 10.59 to 11.7 to 10.77. Right. That's good. That's perfect. The buy on the euro is a perfect buy setup, whether it goes or not. So we're going to use the euro as a buy. Let's see for the pound. Pound came down pretty deep. I think we can get. Let's go with the sell on the pound. Let's use it as a sell setup, aggressive sell setup. If it goes up, if everything goes up, you get the euro trade. If everything drops, you get a pound trade. By the way, we're not just randomly picking these trades in different direction, right? So don't try to repeat what I do here if you don't understand the concept. I'm not saying that this is going to go down. I'm saying that there's a possibility for a big trade to the downside. And if euro does not go, if dollar index goes back up, which it can do, we will get a very big trade to the downside. So this one, the only reason we're selecting it for the downside is because there is a sell setup in it forming. Right? It's a big trade. Remember I said if they break this low and they started consolidating, that would be a sell. Now, can this make a sharp spike to the upside? Of course. We just wouldn't be in this one. We'll be in the euro. And that is, we only need one good trade this afternoon. Aussie buy setup. Aussie is a perfect buy setup. Just make sure you get it above, let's see, 20 above the top here. 6 to 7, 84, 6 to 7, 9 to 7. You have to go a little higher. Put it somewhere here. Aussie, New Zealand. Buy setup. Go with the buy and we'll see where that takes us. New Zealand is a better one because we haven't broken the top. Aussie, we broke the top, right? New Zealand hasn't broken the top. So there's a higher probability for New Zealand to go break the top. And this one is at 62.91 to 62.20. Yeah, you go with that. That's a little higher. Put it above the top. So this would be a buy. Aussie is a buy. New Zealand. Yen. Stay out of the yen. If you want to go with a sell, go with a sell here. It's the best thing. We're not going to go with a buy. We're assuming they're going to drop through the bottom. This is a sell. If you take these trades, one drop, one move, take off your profit immediately. Don't wait to see how far it's going to go. Right? If you get one big sudden spike and it goes in a single spike in the first, second minute, take out your profit. Regardless of how high they go after that, because this is going to go back up. Right? You're pretty much aware of that. So this could be a contracting flat here and they literally go. The upside, Vic, you want to get the hell out of it right now for profit. Take your small profit and get out. Don't wait. Right? Because we have no idea now. That's a flat for downside. It's a contracting flat. It likely could drop. CAD. CAD is already going. If you're in the trade, well, this is the problem. You don't have 20 pips. Close the trade. Put another entry. If you're in the trade, my traders, if you're in the trade, close the trade, put another entry. You don't have 20 pips. Unless you're in the trade from a very long time. You don't have 20 pips there to support it. You're going to get a problem. If they reverse, you're going to be in big problem. Reverse will simply be a big correction. They can literally do this, make a big correction, do this for the rest of the week, make a big flat here, and then drop. There is more downside. I'm not sure this is the downside. Swiss. By the way, normally, if we're in any trades that we don't think are going to go well, you might want to close your trades. If you're in a cross and you think the cross is going to go your direction and you're willing to survive or take a loss, then you stay with the trade. Most of the trades you should close before the news comes. Not because news moves the market, but they do make spike both sides of the market. It does create a little bump, and that would be enough to take you out. So Swiss sell setup. Swiss is perfect for the sell. It hasn't gone as yet, so good if it goes. Let's go. What else we're looking at? I'm going to look at the US oil if you want. I still think we go with the buy. There isn't a sell setup. It's reversing. I'm not sure the buy is a good one either because it's too low. This is the top. You can't stay closer than that. It will be a problem. Nasdaq, don't, like I said, this is a buy setup. You don't want to buy it now. Not in front of the news and not with this pattern. Right? So we're not going to buy this. Now, if this is a contracting flat, if this is a running flat and that is all a running flat, it is going to go. But we're not going to trade it in the news. Well, we're not going to trade this in the news because we don't know what it's going to do. This one, I think you can go with a sell if you want. I think they might, remember we have an incomplete kind of a pattern here. So you might want to go with a sell here in this one if you want. US 30. This could be a buy. Take this off. This could continue to go, but the buy is almost gone. I'm not sure where you're going to get it, but this potentially could be a buy because we're breaking out of this structure. See? So I would say rather than buy it now, let it make a spike, let it make a pullback, and then you wait for a correction, and then you go to trade. Because they're pretty risky. You don't trade these during the news. Wait for after the news. Trade the other ones that has potential to go, right? What else? That's about it. So for you guys, the trade, set up your trades. That's for my traders. Set up your trades, and we will go. While we are waiting, we have 8 minutes. I will go to the euro, put it in 5 minutes. I like the euro, put the euro in the 5 minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait. I'm going to answer some questions. Just general questions. I'll take questions, answer some questions. So let me go see. I see Victor's struggling there with the questions. A lot of questions. Don't pressure Victor too much. He needs some help. Let me see. Good afternoon, NASDAQ. We looked at that already. Somebody asked 5 minute time frame. He is saying B wave expand flat in the middle. Okay, I'm not sure. That's somebody answering to somebody. Okay, could be yes. For NASDAQ, I'm looking at the, you're looking at the 5 minute charts. Oh, okay, my fault then. I really don't look at it. I was looking at a higher time frame. Almost wondered today about another wave live session. Well, the 1,200 people is because there's a group in the Middle East who is supporting it. Right? They actually contact me. They asked me to be in their group. There's an open group for Middle East traders. Everything is in Arabic, so I might end up learning Arabic a little. But basically, they just want my views, and their traders are coming over here. So take about 800 of those are their traders, actually. Let's say 600 are their traders. The rest are people who randomly came from YouTube, and then about 300 of my traders, people who follow me on YouTube. There's about 1,000 traders who follow me on YouTube normally, on a regular basis, plus minus a couple thousand who watch the videos. Now, it's up to you guys to share it. If you share it and another couple thousand views on it, yeah, we'll repeat it sometime soon. We could repeat another week. I have no problem. Let's take a week break, and then in another week, we could repeat another week break if you guys want. All right, let's see. News today, maybe some traders for this event. We're trading the news already. Yes, in the yen buy. Okay, good. That was Victor. Let me see what else. In the course, suitable. Is this course suitable like something with a zero? Oh, if you have zero knowledge, there's no point taking the course now. I would advise if you have zero knowledge, join the installment program. If you can afford to pay for the course, don't take the course now. Join the installment program. Two things is going to happen. One, you're going to learn slowly. Two, you're going to know what you have to learn. Three, you're gonna get acquainted with basic stuff, right? While you're learning basic stuff from the internet, like really basic stuff where you're learning from the internet, you can get that for free. You don't need to buy a course for that. But you will also don't trade and lose your account if you're in it, right? So you're partially paying for it. You're getting access to all this information, which is still helping you. You're learning all the basic stuff from the internet, which is there, like what is a pip, all those stuff. Some people trade, they don't even know how the brokers work. You'll get a lot of answers as well within the group. And then when you think you're ready, you pay out and you do the course. Right? I wouldn't advise you do it now. It would be over your head and it'd be too hard. But join the group as an installment trader and you can learn. You still need to learn, right? You start learning now. If you still want to, like, there are traders who took the course, they paid the full sum, they get access to everything, but they didn't take the course the first time. We did it. They take the course like a year after. So they're in the group, they have access to everything, they're learning, they're watching all the videos, they're Googling stuff that are basic to them and they're learning from it, like basic stuff, how brokerage work and all. You still get a lot of access in the group that and then you don't take this coming course, you take the next course or the one after that. Those are options as well. So yes, so you can do that. It's still, you're paying one time for live access. So you could pay it now and learn the basic stuff while you're in the group, and then eventually you will take the course because you wouldn't catch up with this course. You will still have access to all the recording to watch. Yeah, Victor already gave you the place, like babypips.com. It's a nice place to learn the basic stuff from. And then come back to wave analysis. Channel, especially the specific educationals. Yeah, we have that. We have a lot of educational channels. You will learn. You can make that decision, you learn. Bitcoin. You want Bitcoin. We'll do it after the news. We can spend some extra time in here if you guys want, right? Okay, so we'll wait for the news. The news is in 4 minutes. I'll keep it only 5 minutes for my traders. You will make your decision. Remember, nothing might happen. We have had two very good trading in the news. I don't think this one anything is going to happen. It's pretty much going to be yep, euro is a buy. You probably, oh, you're in the group, right? Okay, good. Sorry, Ovidu here. Yeah, we're going with a buy in euro. Watch the colors. We're using silver as a counter. Buy in euro. Pong you can use as a counter. Aussie buy. New Zealand buy. Yen sell. I have it for both ways, but there's a sell right now. So yen will be the sell if you want it. Yen sell, Swiss sell. Yen sell, Swiss sell. CAD, I don't think, we're not doing anything. CAD already break. So we're not doing anything in CAD. Actually, if you want to go CAD reversal, right? But that will only be a correction. So because we haven't broken the lows yet, right? We're coming to break the low. When we break the low, then we'll go for the reversal. So CAD trade is off. If you're in the trade, take it off. Let's go. Ovidu is a good example of what you guys can do if you're in, if you want to test. He came in, he paid for 1 month or 2 months, I think, and then he took the whole course. Literally. He's right here, so he wouldn't allow me to say something which is not true. I don't know how long he paid for, but I remember a very short period, and then he took the whole course. So that's what a lot of traders do that, right? They kind of come in for a short period, test the water, see what it looks like, 1 month, and then he took the course. I remember because I was a little surprised, like, why so fast? He pretty much just wanted to see what we are doing and whether it's worth his, thing. You can tell him, is it worth it? Your money that you paid? I know I'm putting you in the spot, right? You're not going to say no because I'm kidding. You don't have to answer because putting someone on the spot, it's not like he's going to say, hey, no, don't join. It's a bad course, right? No, but basically what you can do is you can make I'll ask my traders to go make comments. You don't have to use your name if you don't want me to know it's you. Make comments on the videos and let traders know what they really get. Tell them your experience, right? So that that might help them to make their decision. I don't think that is why they should make the decision, but that should help them. Zohib, that's a good suggestion, Zohib. Any one of them who think it's not good, they could donate it to you. I can tell you one thing. Even the worst critics, the people who really hate me, not because of what I do, but just personally hate me, would not tell you that the course is bad, or that the knowledge is bad, or that the trading in the group is bad, or that joining the group is a bad idea. What they will tell you is I'm a bad person. Well, that's a relative term. Good or bad is a relative term. Ask Victor. Victor's going to say I'm a good person. Ask my family, they're going to tell you I'm the most amazing person you'll ever find on the earth. Ask the people who hate me, they'll probably think they'll tell you I'm going to hell. That guy is a devil, he's stupid, he's dumb, he's arrogant. They'll tell you all the bad words you can ever find. Now that's relative. To some people they will think I'm bad. Some people will treat you and they'll think you're good. Right? So I don't bother with who think what about me. I live my life the way I want to live it. And I try to live it to the best quality I can probably live it at. Right? That's for me. That's not for anybody. I'm not doing this for anybody. I'm doing it for me. Okay, if we get tagged, you guys will know what to do, right? Okay, let's see. You have to get tagged early, right? Okay, it's pulling back, so I hope nobody got tagged with anything. Take off the trades. Don't keep it. Take off the trades. All trades off. Tagged on Aussie. Okay, if you tagged on Aussie, let's manage that for you. Okay, yeah, we put the Aussie a little high, right? Put a stop here. Put a stop here and don't move it. Right, let's see. If it pulls back that much, we'll close it. Any pullback here now, we're going to close the trade. So we'll manage that one. Wherever you had the stop, put it under this one, because if they go beyond that point, you don't want it, right? You don't want to be in the trade. Any pullback here, you'll close. Anybody tagged in anything else you want me to look at, we'll do that for you. So we're gonna watch this, and if it starts to pull back slowly, it's gonna be a consolidation for the drop. We'll take it off. Okay, guys, you'll have to bear a few seconds while we're managing this. Any other questions? If you guys have any other questions, just type your questions. I'll take the questions while we're waiting on this. You also get to see how we manage these out of these trades if you're tagged in them and they didn't go your way. So you will either take the loss at that point or you'll try to get out for a much lesser loss. 1.5 hour from now. We wouldn't be here 1.5 hour from now. Alright, so we'll close this room. Will close in about 40 minutes time, maybe even less. And yeah, you mean in the trading room? If you guys want, we can go in the trading room, but I will have to see if their setup's good, and then we'll go in the trading room and do it. So it's kind of slowed down, but it's still going. So you'll have to decide. Let's see if this one didn't pull back. If it breaks the low, it means momentum downside is still there. Yen still a sell, let it break the top. But you don't want to stay in this trade. The momentum trade, you'll get out of the momentum trade, right? Take the loss on the momentum trade, we'll go back into it. We'll trade it back. Remember, we broke this top, right? So it's downside, no problem. One loss, we'll get it. We'll wait for a flag and sell it Monday. Right? This structure is still downside. So this specific trade didn't work. Don't worry about it. Let's go back, see if we can get it to pull back any bit. No. Well, let it be the loss if that's the case, if you can get a pullback. This wouldn't save you much. Right, that wouldn't save you much. Take the loss, and if they pull back before that, then we'll close the trade. They might pull back. I was hoping for a 1 minute pullback. So like a 1 minute pullback like this, and then we can close the trade here. So what we're doing is we're gonna get a sell setup on it if it doesn't if it breaks through these levels, if it breaks through the entire last impulse, which is this one, we'll look for a sell setup. Right, if we break through this last impulse here, wait for a pullback and we'll sell it. Yep, yen's still a sell. It's a regular flat, so now we will wait. It broke the top, so remember, this could be all the running flat, right? If that's all the running flat, we're gonna go up, but you can't buy it here now. You have to wait for a flag to confirm that it's gonna go up. So if we want to buy the yen, anything above here that makes a flag would be a buy, and we will go with that as the running flat. If it's coming down, I think it's a flat. You're totally right about that. So when it starts to come, we wait for a flag and we sell. You can sell under the low, but that's a far away. It's too far under the low, so we wait for a flag. Let's go back to the Aussie. If you're out, you're out. Okay, you're out of the Aussie, Georgie. Stay with the out. Don't sell it here as yet. Don't jump in the trade. Wait for the pullback. We'll sell it. So Aussie, we're expecting the big picture. Big picture is Aussie coming down to break this low. By the way, those of you who will be with us next week we'll be trading Aussie to this level. That will be our trade next week for Aussie. Probably about 6 trades down, right? Because the big picture is down. We're just hoping you would have got one sharp move here. That would have been nice to end the day, the end of the week. I'm not in the Aussie, so I'm in this one. And this trade is going amazing. This is the trade I'm in. Wait 1 second. I'm in this trade. This trade is just going amazing for me. The cat Swiss. By the way, anybody, oh, you're in the cat Swiss too. Anybody else in the cat Swiss? That's the only trade I have on right now. Georgie, take that one loss. I hope that didn't spoil the week for you. Oh, you're in cat Swiss. Okay, that will cover. That will cover the loss. Good. So we are out. Take off all the orders. Let's go back to trading. Now we're going to go back to normal trading. Did I miss any important questions I should have been answering? Let me see quick and then we'll start the trading. So we have another news in an hour and a half. We will not have enough set up for that trade. We need a flag for this. So big picture, I'm going to go through it very quick for those of you who wouldn't be with us next week. Those of you who will be with us next week, you will make a lot of money because I can show you that these moves are going to be impulsive moves. Let's start with the dollar index. Okay, I think Victor already answered to somebody who I think some of the guys, a lot of the guys already joined the group, joined the installment program. A lot of them asked that they didn't pay as yet. I assume they will join later within the month. So this is what we're looking for. Dollar index will tell us now. Now it's going to, remember I just tell you, when it breaks the low, it start telling you what it's going to do. It's either going to come back to the top here or it's going to consolidate in this range and drop. Either way, next week we're going to have some very big moves to the downside confirming downside or very big moves to the upside confirming the upside. Whichever comes first. Let's go in silver. So, by the way, anybody took the silver for the downside? If you took the silver downside, close the trade as well, right? You close all the trades because they didn't go anywhere. This will still go down most likely a little, but that not much. So we'll take this off. Let's go. Big picture in silver. I'll give you guys big picture because there's no trade in it right now. You will not take that trade. Big picture in silver is this. All right, this is the big picture in silver. For next week, if this comes down here and we want it to come down, we want the correction here. And then we will sell this to come and take out the low. Come back and take out the low and then go back up. Right? That is if it's going to do that. That is only if the dollar index goes up. If the dollar index drop, you have a big trade to the upside. Any small correction or flag will trade it up. Gold, similar structure. Very similar structure, right? We're almost at the top of the gold there. So the question now, if dollar index goes down, gold takes off. If it goes up, gold make a pullback here and then go. Right, we'll get a pullback and then go. Euro, same thing. Dollar index goes down, euro takes off to the upside. If dollar index goes back up, euro come here and then go back up. Will we look at this as a running flat? Most likely. Most likely that's what we do. That is if. Which one is going to happen is open right now to tell us which one is going to happen. One out of those two options is going to come. This is still a buy setup, right? Let's take this off. This is still a buy setup as it stands right now. Until you get a flag here. If we get a flag here, then it's a sell. So you can put this entry order for a buy on the hourly. If this goes back up, it's a buy setup on the hourly, right? If they go back up, that's a buy setup. If it starts to consolidate here, then you can look for a sell. That sell will most likely be Monday. I doubt you're going to get it today, right? It's possible, but you're most likely going to get the buy today if they want to go back up. If this afternoon in the news they want to spike it, they can spike it here. Right, that is possible. Most likely you get a flag here and then you get downside. You can't sell it with another flag. Pound, good sell setup, take it off because call that a break even. Wait for a flag, sell it. Wait for this to make a flag and then we sell. That would be 4 hours at least. So for 4 hours you can't trade the pound. Even if you go into 15 minutes, you need a flag before you sell it. Confirm the downside. It has to confirm that it's literally going to drop. And when it does, then you get a good trade. If you jump in it now, it could go right back to the top. I don't see a structure where it's going back to the top, but it's possible. Aussie broke the top and it's reversing. We have to prove it's a reversal. We don't know it's a reversal. What if it is a running flat with this one? What if this is the Aussies running flat? Remember I told you they're going to give us one like that? If that is the Aussies running flat, well then great. This one is going to go up, make a flag, and then we'll buy it. If it consolidates here, we get rid of that. We'll go with the contracting flat here, and we'll be selling it. Because both of those patterns are valid patterns, the contracting flat and the running flat. So it's going to be one out of the two. That is the correct one. And what it does here will tell you which one is the correct one. Right? So let's go. What else? New Zealand. New Zealand still looks upside. This still looks like there's one more trade up before it actually drops, right? It's looking like, but remember this one here, how it looked like this, and it actually went up. So it did break the low, so it's contracting flat. This one didn't break the top, but you can go with a flat there, and if this comes here, make a flag, it's gonna come back down. On the big picture of things, this will probably break the top. They might do that this afternoon. It will probably break this top and then reverse, because this looks like a really big correction for downside, right? Aussie, Swiss. Let's go look at those. So that is for all of. Let me finish. I'll finish the yen and the thing. Yen, one more drop will definitely happen. It looks very much like they're going to make one more drop here and then go. So this should be a good trade at the 6 p.m. Actually, we can come in the trading room at 6 p.m. We have the yen, we have Oz, we have New Zealand, we have a few good trade setups. If you guys, my traders, if you want, let's get into the trading room at 6 p.m. I'm supposed to meet up with the testing group. I don't know if they're still there to meet up. 2 people can't come, so we'll see maybe 2 out of 6, 6 of us, 8 of us in the test group. So I'm not sure if all the rest will come. If they don't come, we'll catch up next week. So CAD is pulling back. You see what I said? Get rid of the trade. Remember at the start I said if you're in the CAD, close the trade. It could go the opposite direction, and I've seen that happen very often. So it could go, and US Swiss. Swiss is going to drop some more. We have to break this low. So it's definitely a sell setup. CAD, yen and Swiss definitely look sell. CAD could correct more to the upside as a correction. Right, so I think this will drop. We'll try to get a flag here Monday and sell it for that trade. Okay, you want the Aussie Swiss. Let's look at the Aussie Swiss, and we can look at whatever trades you guys want to look at, and I'll take all the questions you have. Any questions you have, I'll go with it. Okay, Aussie Swiss is going up. It's not going down. I still think it's a correction. This still looks like a correction. It's just breaking that top before it comes. Right, you can take this off. It could be an expanding channel at the bottom. So what you're going to do for the trade is you're going to wait for this to come back here. Wait for a flag and then go for this. I think this is going to happen. If this is the way they're going up, then we wait for them to make a flag above this top here. Right? Before we buy. Because this could be a good reversal point. Let's see. Yeah, that could be a good reversal. This definitely looks like a flat, so I wouldn't be surprised if they make a new low. Let's get a new low here. It could be an expanding channel. Still possible making an expanding channel from there, right? Drop, correction, drop, and then go. Nothing is wrong with that. So let's wait to see which one it's pulling back, so we might get the chance of an expanding channel. Okay, let's see. Is it possible for me? I live in Iran with lots of restriction. Hope to find a way. I'm really obsessed with this method. If you're living in Iran, I don't know. You can ping me, PM me, and we'll discuss it. We have one Iranian guy in the group, but he's on and off. He has problem connecting with his internet. That by itself is a problem. He was going to migrate and then connect back, and I have not from Vic. I don't know if you should know the guy, right? If he's still around, I have no idea. If he's in this group now and you hear me, you can ping that you're there. And let me see what is it possible. That is for that was Victor. Let me see. We looked at that already. Yeah, if it gives a flag, it's reversing already, so it's likely for Joji. It's likely gonna go down. I think one more down is possible. Support and resistance? No, I don't, because it doesn't work and it doesn't exist. That's stats, and the stats there is no support and resistance. It doesn't work. It's useless. But you can use it if you want. I don't. You don't use support. Yeah, I don't use it. I don't use it. What we use, the method is called wave analysis. Nothing else. Pong in for the sell under low, Danny. Let's see. You have a flat here, by the way. If you can get it from the top of the flat, it would make sense. It's coming back to complete this flat. Right, we're going up there a little, and then try to get a flag from here. Not from under the low. Try to get a flag from an early point. That would be a better one. Right, that would be a better one. Let me see what else we're looking at. Nope, support and resistance don't. I can show you very fast why it doesn't work, but we don't want to kill time here. I have a video on YouTube on support and resistance. Why it doesn't work. Yep, Vicar already told you about that. See? You could call this line a support and resistance line if you want, and you can put it here and call it the support and resistance. You can put it anywhere and call it the support and resistance line. So we don't use it because it's nonsense. It's pure nonsense. I've proved it many times. The support and resistance believers still like to let you believe that it's amazing and it works. And I always tell them, you want me to find the best support and resistance place in the chart? I always tell them this is how I do it. This is how you find the best support and resistance. You move the chart away and you click like this. And then you go back. Remember this line. Let me change the color. Let's make this color so we don't miss it. And that is the best support and resistance line in the entire chart. See? See how perfect? I told you I'm going to find the best support and resistance anywhere in the chart. That's magic. That's how good I am at support and resistance. I found it with one click, not even looking at the chart. I can repeat that process. I'm pretty sure if we go back, you see what? Look at this. Perfect, right? See how they bounced off that line? That's magic. This line is powerful. This line is the line I put with Citibank and with some of you give me some big fun bank, right? These are the lines. You see? Look at that. Look at the line. See how powerful that line is? The banks are using this line. I should sell it to them, basically. See how powerful the line is? Look, you see, they didn't even get to touch the line and they're bouncing off. JP Morgan, you see? See, they come to the line. Look at the resistance they're facing. Right? You'll come back. Look at the resistance here. See? Come back. You'll see how it becomes support. Look how it became support, right? You want me to do it again? I'll put the chart away. I'll pick a random place again. Let's go. Let's put another one. And you'll go back and you see how powerful that one is. Let's go find where it's powerful. It has to be powerful somewhere. We have to just find where there's chart, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at the power of that line. Come on, let's go find some more spot where it's powerful. It's powerful anyway. I have to go to the daily charts. I put it so low that it's a daily support and resistance. Look at this. Look at that line. You see when they come to that line, what happened? The line bunks it up. Look at the bounce off that line. You can tell the power of that resistance they met with when they came here. Look at this. They couldn't break it here. This line is the most powerful line you can find. They can't break it. The daily chart can't break that line. You want me to keep doing it? You see the BS in it? If you can't see the BS in that, I don't know what else you need to see that this is nonsense, right? But you can sell that nonsense to people. That's the amazing thing is you can sell that nonsense to people, right? Right? You can sell that nonsense to people and they buy it. And the reason you're going to put it anywhere and it's going to work anywhere is because the chart moves like this. The chart moves in waves. So anywhere you click the darn line, there is going to be support and resistance there. Anywhere. Literally anywhere. So if it is valid anywhere, it's useless. Right? If something works everywhere like that, how are you going to use it? How the heck are you going to use that? Anywhere in here you put a line, you're going to find support and resistance. Anywhere, I literally mean, just try it yourself. Do the magic, you'll see. So don't use it because the people who are selling it to you, they have no idea what they're talking about. They literally have no idea. Right? They just tell you that because they can sell you nonsense. But it's simple, right? Here's the thing about support and resistance. It's a simple thing to do. You pull one line and you call the BS. Wave analysis is complex. It's hard. So trading is hard. Trading is not easy. You know why 90% of the people fail? Because it's hard. It's not easy. There is no easy way out. Can you do it? Absolutely. Every single one of you in here can do it. It's not that difficult. You can do it. Right? But you have got to put the hard work in. If you think you're just going to put a line in or you're going to put a fib on it or you're going to, I don't know, you're going to stick 15 minutes in a London session and you're going to learn one of that and then you're going to be a millionaire, good luck with that. Not going to happen. But can you make winning trades? Well, here we're making one here actually. We're actually making a winning trade here, right? See, we're making winning trades. Can you make winning trades? Of course you can make. We made them all week for you. Whole week we're showing you can make money. The total of this week, amazing. I'm trading in this account 0.25%. And I already only in this week made more than 1%. And the risk per trade is 0.25. You were here, you saw all the trades I took. I didn't even take all the trades I should have taken. And you saw the losing trades, how I managed them. You saw how the losing trades were cut. It's not like they weren't losing trades, they weren't trades that didn't go. You saw how we cut them short. You saw how we cut all the trades that came, went our way, pulled back, what we do with them. Right? So that's trading. Trading is not you making a winning trade. Trading is you managing your losing trades. You want to be successful, learn to manage your losing trades. That's what we teach you to do. That is what will make you successful. Not you making a winning trade. Anybody could make a winning trade. Literally any one of you can click buy or sell at any given moment and make a winning trade. The problem is if that literally trade you click does not go your way, then what do? That is what will make you losing. That will make you lose your account. Not knowing what to do at that point. And your account just goes. So let this pull back and we'll get a trade. I think we're going to get some setups. By the way, guys, after that news, we'll have to wait for all the setups to go back and then get back into the trading. Yen is going up a lot. Let's see where yen is going. Okay, if this is going to be the running flat, if this here is going to be the running flat and we're going up, we still need a flag here to buy because the depth of this pullback is too much. And Victor would have got an amazing trade if it wasn't for the news. But every time in front of the news, you will close that trade. Right? If you were in the buy, Victor was in the buy. We said to Victor, close the trade. You should close that trade because you didn't know that, his stop was somewhere here. You didn't know that it wasn't going to do this. And then still go back up. Because we're still expecting the upside. Right? The big picture is still upside. This could still drop one more. We don't know what it's going to do right now. Right now, both sides are open. Right now, this could come back and retest this low and then go. Or it could make a flag here and then go. Either way, we're going to get a trade. That's a guarantee. Either way, we're either going to get this sell and then get the buy, or we're going to get this buy. Whichever comes. Right? So, any questions? Let's take some questions. You guys ask questions about wave analysis. Make it interesting. Ask the things you want to know about wave analysis that's going to help you. This is your last chance to get it if you're not going to join us. If you're going to join us, you don't have to worry. You'll get all your questions answered. Any questions? Because today, any trades we're going to look at today, except for cryptos, let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. The sell setup is amazing here if any one of you are selling it short term. Remember that short term, we spoke about this morning, right? If it consolidates here, you can start to take short-term trade downward because this looks like it can come down some more, right? There's a chance of that. Let's see what Ethereum is doing. Ethereum still is upside. I would sell this as yet. This still looks upside, which means Bitcoin could just come a little down and then go back up. It could just come here and then go back up. You can still go for the buy if you want. Treat this as a correction for upside. But if I have to buy this or buy this one, I'll probably go with this one. This one has a better setup for the buy. Right? If I had to choose one of the two. XRP. XRP is coming now. By the way, OG. Where is my friend OG? OG in here today? Come on, OG. He has to be somewhere. Don't tell me OG refused to come back. I was so glad he was here yesterday. See what I told you it's going to do? It's going to go up and then it's going to come down. And if you get a flat here, what you're going to do is sell it. It's a pity we didn't get OG in today, man. With all that investment money, we would have probably done do well. OG, how did you do this to us? S&P 500, let's see what it's doing. Well, it went up and I warned you about buying it. I did warn everybody about trying to buy this because it's going to come down. Wait for a flag. Don't jump in. Wait for a flag. I'm not sure we broke it. Yeah, they broke the top. So good. That's all you want. You want them to break the top, and that's what I told you since morning. Watch it when it breaks that top, it could start to reverse. Right? It break the top and start to wait for a flag. Don't jump in. I know you're tempted to jump in, but wait for a flag. This doesn't mean it can go back up one more again, right? And take you out and then drop. So wait for the flag, and then we go in the sell. The sell will bring it back to this level. This one here is this one is already making new highs. It could come back. I think they could come back even all the way to this low. The one that you very much is NASDAQ. This is already dropping. It never go. If you took the sell, well, wait for another flag. If you're not in it, take this out. Wait for another flag. Get the sell. If you don't get the sell, wait for it to come here and then the upside. US 30. This would be a good sell. See that? Wait for it to reverse. Wait for it to... the best ideal setup would be let it break through this and then make a flag here. That would be the ideal sell setup. This one is at a very high point. If this gives you sell setup, take it. Now, if it becomes a running flat or anything, you will get out for break even. Because if they repeat this, which means if it comes here, make a flag and come here and decide to go back up, this will give you break even. You can get out of the trade. It will give you positive, not just break even. Okay. Any other questions? Any other thing? Anybody? Anybody wants me to look at any charts? We can take a couple charts before I close the room. Why do you wait for 3 hours before close of trade that is not going? It's not exactly 3 hours. It's around 3 hours because here's what is happening. Let me answer that one. That would be a small educational thing. You guys ready for that? Let's do that. So here is what you might not find out there any traders tell you. I started, remember the first two things I told you. If you understand what you're trading, you understand what moves the market, right? The market moves towards orders. So let's say all of us are at an auction and we're buying used cars. You will have the car will start at a price. And they will auction the price upwards if people are negotiating for the price. So if all of us are bidding for the price, if all of us wants to buy it and we're all auctioning against each other, the price will go up to the point where it will be sold. What if none of us want to buy it? In some auction, what they do is they do the opposite. The price drop to the point where someone buys it. So the market always moves to where the orders are. This is where you place your order. I will buy at that price. I will sell at this price. So where the big orders are, the market will move towards that. Remember, the market is actually, it's just like, hey, would you buy this for me at $5? Yeah, sure. And then somebody says, I'll give you $5.50. And the next at $7. Well, let's sell it at $7. $7 will be the dot price that actually prints. The price that is sold is the price that will print. Not the auction. You're not printing the auction. You're printing the price that's sold. So when you're looking at a chart, you're looking at transactions. So let's say I believe the market was consolidating in this range. And it actually came up like this. So I believe it's going to continue to go like that. But for the market to continue to go like that, what needs to happen? You need to have a lot of orders coming in. You have to have the more buy orders than sell orders with a massive amount of buy orders and sell orders. So let's say we took the trade. Let's say this was the breakout. There is enough orders came in that break out the chart, right? There's a breakout. You got the breakout. But once it break out, it hits sell orders. What happens? They fill the sell order. What happens is the sell orders will fill. If there's more buy orders than sell orders, what's going to happen is going to still go. But if there is enough sell orders there to fill all the buy orders, the chart will stay here for a while. Now at that point, you've got another point of equilibrium. And that means what? Anything can happen. If a big sell order come in, it will drop. If a big buy order come, it will go. I do not want to be in the market when it's in a point of equilibrium. Traders like to do that and they end up losing a lot. You don't want to be in the market when there is a decision to be made. You want to be in the market when the decision was made. So let me take this one as a reality check for you. Let me undock this because we're in this trade now. You'll get my point clearer. I think this is more helpful to you than me showing you a chart. A trade right now. Let me show you a trade now. Let me undock this. And I'm in this trade. So what I did is I said, you see the sharp move? That's buy orders coming in. You see how they fill up all the sell orders and they move away? And then they start to fill sell and buy orders here. So I said to myself, if there is enough buy orders to break out of this equilibrium range, I want to be in the buy side because it comes from this side. After a while, the buy orders came in. See the buy orders coming, but you see how they're struggling to go? Which means once they get there, they hit the sell, they fill it, they hit the sell, they fill it, they hit the sell, they fill it, up. What happened here? A big sell order came in. See the size of that order. I managed to not only fill all the buy orders, but actually reversed it, which means they're looking now, the sell order is looking for where people are willing to buy. See this? It's looking for buy orders, and they can't find buy orders, or the buy orders that they're finding is not enough to fill that sell order. So there's a huge sell order that just come in. Now I have to make a decision. I don't know how big that order is. I don't have access to them. Maybe the order is not as big as you might think, but there were no buy orders. So even a small sell order will drop the market to the point where they find buy orders. Now, do I know where those orders will come in? I don't. You don't. Nobody knows. Unless you have access to all the markets, all the interbank platforms in general. Or all of them call you and tell you where they will be willing to take the trade. The interbank trade, not our trade. Right? Where they will be ready to take this trade. And since we don't know that, what we do? We do two things. I will tell my traders, move your stop. Come on. Okay, the stop is, maybe you have to dock it to get the stop to move. It's not moving. Move your stop to break even. Because it's not enough profit. There's no profit to take. There's no point closing the trade. Right? There's no profit there. If there was profit, you take it. There's no point closing the trade. Move your stop to break even. Let it take you out, and then we'll relook at the trade. If there is enough profit to take the profit. If you think it's not going to go anywhere, then let it don't go. Right? There is no specific time, right? It's not a scientific time, exactly 3 hours, exactly 2 hours. It's about while that is happening, what you do is you look at the structure. That's a question, right? Somebody asked. I think Thomas asked, right? Why do you wait for 3 hours? And then somebody say how long? We give our traders a general thing, 2, 3, 4 hours. Each trader will look at that structure in that period of time and make that decision. We train you to be good at that. Right? We train you how to look at patterns. You probably go to 15-minute pattern. You'll go to 5-minute pattern. You will make that decision individually by looking at the charts. You follow what I'm saying, right? It's not scientific. I don't know. Maybe it spent 2 hours and it took off like a rocket. Maybe it spent 3 hours. Maybe it spent 6 hours and then take off like a rocket. I will still be in the trade because I did one of that for you guys. I don't know if you remember. Anybody want to tell me which trade I did that on? I actually did it and show you step by step. Let me see how many of you have good memory. Which trade did I take that? Close, re-enter, and show you how I did it. Nobody remembered? You missed the opportunity of having the course for free. The opportunity is gone. Zohib, the opportunity is gone. You're in New Zealand. I'm kidding, yeah. So you saw how I did it, right? I showed you step by step why and what I'm doing, right? So literally you can see the thought process, why we do what we do. Remember, I'm not dictating where this market should go. I'm not trying to be right or wrong in the market. I'm trying to get a trade. So I'm saying, if this is going to happen, if the momentum comes in the upside, great, I would be in the trade. But the momentum came and then it stopped because the sell order came in. For whatever reason in the world, a sell order came in there. Who knows why? I can't insist on the trade going now. It will eventually go. But I can't insist on it going now. I have to protect my capital. I have to say, darn, it's not going. You know what? I'm just going to protect my capital in this one. And let's see if it goes. See? It's about you protecting your capital. My capital now is at risk because it's coming back towards it. It moved quite a lot. They found, you can see the sell orders coming in. If you go to one lower time frame here, let me see if I can do that. Go. Don't I have the lower time frame here? Nope. I have to duct it back and get it. So let me duct it back and get it. Let's get the 5 minutes. So what you can see in the 5 minutes is this. What you can see in the 5 minutes is this. You see an impulse, you see that sharp reversal, that's a huge order. Sometimes that order gets swallowed up and go right back up, which means there's a buy order that is enough to fill this sell and go back up. But here they're telling me, see that there? No, it's not enough. They're filling it, but they have more sells to drop. Now this could still go. I still believe it will go. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to protect this. I'm going to move the stop to break even. That's all. See? All I'm going to do is move the stop to break even and walk away from the trade. Win, loss, or, if it break even is break even. Because I don't have enough on that trade to, let me put it back here so I can move the stop now. If it's break even, it's break even. Why it's not moving? I'm trying to move it, but it moved 1 pip and okay, good, I got it now to move. And I'll put it there, right. So you see I moved the stop to break even now. I can unduct it and bring it back to you and show you. Now my account is not at risk, see? My account is not at risk. So what I did is defend the account. I don't care about the trade. This is just one trade, it's irrelevant to the account. Right? So what I did, my first job is to say, you know what, you're putting the account at higher risk. It goes, it tick off, but it's not going, okay, so be it. Let's protect the account and forget about the trade. So every trade to me is disposable. My account is not disposable. So every trade I can get rid of, win, loss, or break even, I can get rid of them. I just don't want to get rid of my account. So everything I can do to protect the account, not crazily moving the stop every time, like too quick and all of that. If you do it too fast, of course, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to make any winning trades. It's all about what structure you're seeing, what is happening in that structure. Let's go. So let's look at some charts. Trader One's chart, so let's go look at it. Natural gas. Let's see what it's doing. I like natural gas for upside. Let's see if it's happening. Yep, we broke the low. So good. They made a new low. If you sold it, great. If you didn't, look for buy setups. Take this out. Take this out. Look for buy setups. It's coming back. Now it's going to be a running flat. It's definitely going to be a running flat because we broke the low. If it takes off like a rocket to the upside, that would be a gift. But you're aiming for a running flat. So you're aiming for this to come back there. You wait for a small flag, get a flag here, take the trade. Wait for the flag, give you a small flag, take this trade to the upside. Something like this, or even smaller than that, and take that trade to the upside. If you don't get the flag, it can drop back all the way back to the bottom. Don't take it. We got it, right? What else you're looking for? IBM stock. Anybody want any other charts before IBM stock? Any charts, any other, because I don't have IBM on. I'll have to put it on. Yes, wait for 15 minutes flag on the NASDAQ and sell it. Still valid. I still think it's a valid sell. Wait for the 15-minute sell. Yep, wait for a 15-minute flag here. Sell it. Better to sell US 30. And right now, the best one to sell would be the US 30. Right, wait for this to come down, make a flag and sell. This has a better setup for the sell. The advantage also is better on this for the sell, because this is coming from a very top. So what you want to do is you want this to pull back here a little more, make a flag here, and this would be a perfect sell setup. So if you have to sell any of those three, go back here, see where you are. This is a perfect sell setup. Look at this area, right? Selling from here is a perfect chance for them to come down here. Now it's not going to come down in one single move, but you can get a very nice trade today. Actually, this trade is going to be valid today if you get a 1 hour, if you get a 15-minute consolidation. All you need is 2 hours sideways. You need the stop, give you 2 hours sideways. That's a good trade. Right? Anything else? Let's go. NASDAQ we got. Okay, somebody wants cryptos, right? That is going to be Cardano is which one again? The OMG? Nope. Yeah, no, this is not that one. Which one? ADA, right? Yes, thank you. I'm not so good with the names in crypto. This one is going up really nice. We were expecting a buy here. Remember that was a buy setup there. It's breaking the top. So we can either take this as a separate correction of its own, or we can take it as an expanding flat. And where is this going? Let's see where this will go. You're coming from a low, so this could continue to go up. I don't think it belongs to any of these. Right? So there's probably more upside here. Just take every flag, every correction you get until it turns. Because this was a deep pullback. We could either put that pullback with this, or we'll get something in the future. Even if you get something in the future, it's a running flat for more upside. So it has more upside in it. Bitcoin, let's see Bitcoin. Sorry, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going up very slow here. So every trade you take it with caution. Put an entry for a buy here. You're still in this. If it stays here, if it consolidates more here, it could be a short-term sell. I'd go with short-term sell until we literally break through this and start dropping. I'd go with a short-term sell. It could go up more. ETH has a good buy setup. This has a good buy setup. Put an entry here. Remember, it's Friday afternoon, although this goes all weekend, but that's a buy setup. You know how to manage the trades if they don't go, right? Okay. So anything else, I think we'll just call it a day for that. There's a lot of educational stuff in today's webinar, although it looks a little like it was crazy. There's a lot of interesting questions and a lot of stuff you may want to go back and watch it again and again. You may want to share it with your friends, right? What's the buy setup for ADA? The buy setup for ADA. Wait for a flag, normal thing. Wait for a flag, wait for a correction. Actually, you have a buy setup here already. Just put an entry order above the top. You already have a correction here. If they make a sudden spike, you'll get a good trade. I should have some profit. I have ADA. This thing should be in profit. Wait a second. I haven't checked it. It's a long-term trade. I have ADA on Skrill. I bought some a while back. I was upside down. This definitely put me in profit. I'm going to check it really quick. I haven't checked it a long time because I'm actually... This is not a trading platform. Cryptos. Yeah, it is in profit. Okay, I'm positive. I got myself a few dollars. Not much, but I got myself a few dollars in this. I had to wait a while for it to come back because I missed the opportunity to close it for positive once. Yes. Let's see. ETH BTC used it for confluence in regard to other alts. Okay. You want to look at it, but you want to use it. Mana USD. I think we have the Mana one here. Let me see if we can. It's somewhere here. We had it somewhere. Oh, look, it's here. Yeah. This still looks downside. Remember, I told you it's gonna come back here, but it looks this whole piece looks corrective. They might give you a buy setup here, but I wouldn't go big on this. I would probably even ignore it for the buy, because you can see structurally it doesn't. This looks like this is going to come back here first, make a flat, and then go. So even if it goes up, it's temporary. It could come and retest this top, but it has to come down back before it goes. So that's a problem with buying it to the top there. Yes, SPX, all of them, we're looking for short setups on them. But like I said, the best one you want to trade is the I think the SPX. Which one? One of the three I showed is the best one. Not this one necessarily. The best one would be this one, US 30, because of where you are structurally in this one. So if you get a sell setup here, it's amazing. All right, that becomes, and that one is coming off a top. The rest of them are still in a correction. Right, this one is coming off a top. So if you get a flag here for the sell, this would be amazing. Wait for a flag. Don't jump in the trade. Wait for a flag. That would be a good sell. Okay, you have advice on some buy pizza. PZZA, that's a pizza code. OMG, we have OMG. Let's look at the OMG first. We have that. Let's look at the one we have. The ones we have first, and then we're going to look at the ones we don't have. We have OMG. You're getting a sell setup here. Perfect sell setup too. And this keeps going down. The big picture is downside. The big picture, the very big picture is downside on this though. See that? The very big picture is coming to break this low. It's coming back to break this low here, and then you'll see what happens from there. Now here's the thing, that consolidation could go back up one more. This could go back up one more here, and come back and go back up one more there, and come back and go back up one more there, and come back and go back up one more there, and then actually break. But right now it's downside. So do we have a buy setup to go back and retest that up? Do you want to trade that small move? And if you want to trade it, is there a buy setup? No, there isn't a buy setup. There's a sell setup right now. So even if this is going to go back up to retest this top, you don't have a buy setup. You have a sell setup right now. So this here is a sell setup. Come back to this area here, and then go. So okay guys, we wouldn't be able to do all the charts you guys want. I wish I could do all of that. I'd rather take more questions on wave analysis, so at least that will help you somewhat. Right? I wish I could do that. You still have, all of you have the opportunity to still be with me for the next 2 weeks. So I hope I will see you for the next 2 months. Sorry. I hope I will see all of you in the room for the next 2 months. I love the sessions. I like the way questions are coming, and I like the way we're discussing all the trades. And we can put on more pairs if you want to look at more pairs. So everything we'll look at. So ETH pumping, let's see. Yep, they're going up. Somebody's pushing it, maybe. They'll dump it very soon. If they're pumping it, they'll also dump it very soon. So be careful. Get in the trade, take your profit, get out. So I'm looking forward to see all of you for the next 2 months, and let's have fun. We can repeat this after 2 months. If all of you come in, we'll repeat it after 2 months. Right? Can I convert XRP USDT is making a 15 minutes flag for one more up? Okay, somebody, that is the ARB one you're talking about, right? The only SARB could be. So you're looking at the XRP USDT, XRP USD is the same thing. Right? I don't see the buy setup in it. I see the sell setup. You're getting a flag here for a sell, not for a buy. This literally seems to be consolidating in this range here. Most likely for a sell, because the impulse is coming from this way. You saw top 10 is advertising some cipher, something. You see a red dot on it, and that means you sell. You have some robot or some program that gives you a red dot and a green dot when to buy and sell. Is that it? Some kind of a program or robot you're using? It's a script. Okay. So okay guys, all of you trade with care. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget, weekend is for your families. Here's the thing. Okay, if it's helping you, congratulations, good job. But here's the thing with any indicator that will give you that signal to sell or not to sell. The problem is we have had a lot of people from India who are really good at this. We had one guy, this was their business. Their business was doing back-end IT work for some American companies, and I mean huge companies, multi-million-dollar business. And his idea was that he's going to come here and he's going to create some kind of a program that will help him trade without any problem. It never actually worked. And I said to him, well, there are bigger banks who had that idea before all of us. Right? There are these huge banks, huge hedge funds who have that idea. It's not a new idea. It's not a novice idea. They already had that idea that they'll let robot trade for them. It hasn't happened. Maybe artificial intelligence will master it. I think that's the only thing that's possible. Artificial intelligence will master it simply because it can make decisions faster than all of us using the same thing we're using. Since it's learnable, right? It can learn from its mistake, correct it, and eventually, yeah, artificial intelligence can do it. I believe that is the only. But if artificial intelligence is going to trade for everyone, we're going to have havoc in the market, right? You can imagine that. That all the banks are using artificial intelligence to trade. All the hedge funds are using artificial intelligence to trade. How will that go? Remember, all of them want to make money. None of them want to lose. And all of them want to make sure. Who is these companies that are... I don't see how that goes. How the price of oil goes if that happens. What happens to the price of oil when it reaches certain... If all the artificial intelligence robots are saying, okay, let's buy, let's buy, let's buy. It has to... Remember, they're buying contracts as well. It has to reach a point where it's not feasible to buy anymore. But they're still buying or something. I am not sure how that is going to work out. I don't see the possibility. It's possible, I don't know, but it's going to be a big problem if all of them have it and at the same time they're using. One of them is going to decide, hey, time to sell and dump all the rest, right? So it's going to be a big trouble. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll wait and see. We'll live to see that. We'll live to see how that plays. So guys, all of you have a great weekend. Enjoy your family. Don't forget your health is the most important thing. As my mother-in-law would say, if you don't have health, love and money is useless. Right? Somebody told her, I think she was saying, people like to say love is the most important thing. If you have love, you're happy. She said, yeah, try having love without health. What are you going to do with it? If you're lying on a hospital bed and everybody loves you, what are you going to do with that love? Lying in a hospital bed, nothing, right? Literally nothing. So the best thing is to have health. Said if you're healthy and everybody hates you, you can still go about your life enjoying it. And that's really rational and that is really smart. If you're healthy, you can do whatever you want to do, whether people love you or not. Whether you have money or not. Right? So keep your health, stay healthy, and see all of you next week. I hope to see all of you Monday. Take care, trade with care. You know how to get in the group. Send me a Skype message. The Skype is in the description. Find the description, find the Skype, send me a message. We'll arrange everything. Take care, guys. Thanks for being here for the week. This is an amazing crowd, and I enjoyed this week. I literally enjoyed this week. There were a lot of good questions. Things were amazing. It was very interactive. So I will miss you guys if you don't join us. Don't let me miss you. Take care. Bye-bye.